ask a question to all of the parents out there, especially those parents of kids under the age of 12 months. If I was a magic fairy, I could wave a wand, what would be the one magical thing that I could create for you, for your child during that period of time? I'm willing to lay bets that for many of you, the first thing that springs to mind is sleep. The quality, the health of sleep is such a strong indicator as to the health and happiness of a child, let alone the health and happiness of the parents, that I am willing to lay bets that that is the most common thing that springs to mind. It is certainly one of the most common things that I see with parents coming in with their kids to get checked. So what I intend on today is to offer some clarity around the topic of sleep, particularly in this age group of under the age of 1, and to offer some insights as to what may be appropriate or inappropriate to give you some guides as to what we need to do moving forward. So let's lay some ground rules. Sleep itself is absolutely fundamental for children at this age because it is during that time that their little bodies can heal, grow, and repair. In specifics, we also know that that's when they form a lot of the new nerve connections in their brain from the activities that they've been participating in during the day, whether that be sticking their hands in their mouth, through to rolling, through to crawling, etc. So sleep is fundamentally massively important for them. One of the most negative impacts on the health of a child is that child that's not getting enough sleep. So to not get enough sleep, let's give some criteria. For a child, particularly the newborn, so under the age of 3 months, but even moving forward into that child right up until about 12 months, we should always be aiming for somewhere between 15 and 18 hours of sleep in a 24-hour period. The most common comment that I receive from many parents is, my child sleeps really well at night, but they don't sleep at all during the day. Now, I appreciate for many parents, that's a godsend. That means they get a decent night's sleep themselves. However, what that does result in is a child that is missing out on significant hours of sleep in that 24-hour period. So the ideal thing is we're still looking for children up until the age of 1. They should be still having a couple of daytime sleeps. To get into a decent sleep cycle, we're probably talking a sleep that's over 90 minutes, getting close to 2, maybe even 3 hours. At night, their sleep patterns should be fundamentally based on feeding cycles. So at night, they should be sleeping for a little bit longer. You would love to be getting close to 5-hour stretches with a feed in between for a kid at night. So if you do the maths, they're probably going to get somewhere around the 10 or 11 hours of sleep at night, and hopefully then complement that with anywhere up to about 6 hours of sleep during the day. That's the ideal. And as I mentioned, sleep is when they're forming all of those new neural connections which are being reinforced the more regularly they get fired by the activities that they're participating in during the day. So sleep is massively important. We could go on with this video much longer talking about postures, talking about where they're sleeping, whether it be in the car or the pram, or not liking to lay in the cot, wanting their cot inclined, only sleeping on mum and dad, etc. But I would be talking for hours. I might hit that up with another video. Particularly, please comment below if this is of value to you or if there's some other questions around sleep that you'd love to have answered. Otherwise, I hope you're all keeping warm and dry, and I'll see you real soon.